Hey, boss, how are you? It's nice to see you.
Hey, Arnie, good to see you, my friend. You have lost
No,
some what shall I say?
hair.
You you have lost a little bit of
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
no?
Hey, but hey,
How come? Too much worries? Too much worries?
well, I was going to say to you that you look like, since you've retired, you look much younger.
But Sherman, thank you. But you don't have to have worries. You made it. You
Uh,
qualified for the World Cup, and I'm very, very, very.
hey, boss,
Uh,
I was reaching out to you today because I wanted to um, let you know, because you're so popular in Australia still and everyone still loves Guus Hiddink, and it's still Aussie Guus. And I wanted to let you know that on the 22nd of September, it's the 100 years birthday anniversary for the Socceroos. And I thought if we could just have, because we're always still in contact, just a little bit of a conversation about what was your first impressions of coaching the Socceroos when you first took over the Socceroos. And I remember a couple of players asking you why.
yeah, why? That's. They were asking me, especially I made him captain, Mark Viduka,
Yeah.
when I was signed by Frank Lowy, although that was also a little bit of a a nice fight with Frank Lowy at the time. But John Bowlby and John O'Neill came to Eindhoven and we fixed it, and I was very happy because then we you and I, but mainly you selected at the first. We made the first selection.
Yeah.
I remember we had our first meeting near Apeldoorn in Holland, where the training facilities were. And um, we came in. We came in. I remember. I'm always observing what is going on in new situations. And we had agreed that we had a dinner at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, everyone came in, and players came in dressed like how shall I say nicely? How shall I say
Yeah.
nicely?
No,
One had a cap like here,
yeah,
like
no,
what?
like lumberjacks. You called us
Like
lumberjacks.
lumberjacks. Yes, that's true. That's the word. But one came in with the cap like this on the dinner, On the dinner.
Yeah.
And another one had
Yeah.
Bermudas. A third one has flip flops. And they came in at quarter to 6 having dinner. And one came at 6 o'clock as agreed. Another one came at 6:30. Go ahead, guys. It's just like a camping. So I was watching that and I said, "My God, what is this? What did I start with now?" And but anyhow, we made some rules about to be on time and be properly dressed, etc. when we are together. And but the other day on the first training session, then before we started, I was sitting there and Mark Viduka came to me. He said, "Boss, why, for heaven's sake, are you starting this job? It's impossible. It's
Yeah.
impossible." He said to me. I said, "Why? Yeah, we didn't qualify for I don't know 40 years. It's impossible. We have to play South America, whatever." I said, "Okay, okay, my friend. If I'm watching you now, I think we have now a training camp in September. This is September. Next one is in October, 4 or 5 weeks later. If you come back in October and you have lost 4 kilos, then we are going to qualify. Then we are going to qualify." He was because he was a little bit overweighted at that time.
Yeah.
So he said, but 5 weeks later we had on the same, or in Eindhoven we had next training camp, and there he lost some kilos.
Yeah.
I said, "No, my friend, now we go ahead. Now we go ahead." So I like very much the approach with the direct approach with players.
What do you remember your first camp when we sat down and you said to me, "So who's the
I
first
interrupt
game?"
you. I interrupt you because I remember now flashbacks that we also, I like to observe the situation in the first days. Of course, we make our program, training sessions, etc., etc. But we had managed to organize a 8v8 game or 9v9, and we were standing on the side, and someone was leading the game. And all of a sudden, I saw in my left eye, so in the corner of the pitch, I saw two, I don't know who, two players, bam, fighting, bam, not just normal tackles, normal fights in the game, but two were literally fighting. And I said, Arnie, look, what's happening? Let's go there. And you pulled my sleeve and said, boss, don't go. Let it go. And then I let it go. I listened to you. I let it go. And 1 minute later, the two players came around us and said, boss, okay, we solved the problem ourselves. That's what I like very much with this team.
Yeah. And boss, remember your first game when you first took over after I met you in Eindhoven, and you went to a place where you'd never heard before to play our first game, Solomon Islands.
Yeah.
Remember that experience?
Nice. I remember Solomon Islands flight, or 2 hours flight. I don't know exactly, 2-3 hour flight, and there were some spots in the ocean, and then the plane went down. I said, "We have to land over there." Yeah, we have to land over there, in the middle of the jungle. There was an airstrip. So that was I liked it. I liked it because I came also from a well-organized world and well-organized club where I was working at that time. Everything well organized, and this was a little bit more what I liked very much. A little bit more rough life, and I liked it very much. With dressing rooms in Solomon Island, half of the team has to dress and then have to wait because the dressing room were so small, etc. But I love those circumstances, with also a reason that I'm always curious how players will survive in those situations. Which player is saying, it's complaining, or which player is saying, let's go for it, although the circumstances are rather poor. But then I like it very much how players and staff react.
Do you remember your reaction after a 2-1 win in Solomons? After we won the first game 7-0, the second game 2-1. Do you remember your reaction?
Yeah. I was mad as hell. I remember. No, you tell the story. I remember now a bit. First we won easily, but the second it was a disaster how we played.
I think it was the first time. Yeah, the first time I think you would have ever worn shorts on the bench because it was so hot. And and after the game, you said, "That's it. I'm done. If we only can win 2-1 against this team, I give in. I give in already." And I was saying to you, boss, calm down. This is not easy. These games in the Solomon Islands.
I was so mad how we performed there. Yeah.
And boss, when you put your 11 months that you were together with us, and we can tell so many stories over those 11 months, what was the highlight for you? Uruguay, World Cup, winning, beating Japan and getting to the second round. What was the highlight that 11 months? Or was it just the fun we had?
Not just fun. I like a team with a very open mind, and we were very open. The players were very open-minded. I didn't have to be careful in what I was saying to players. They were not that easily insulted, and the spirit was very high. And we had a lot of fun in our staff as well, in our private moments. You were one of the key figures in this, I will tell you. But the highlights, I'm talking sometimes to people, and then they ask me this question. One thing I always mention, not not because we are talking now, but one thing I mention is always that, because people think, there was Korea or Real Madrid or Chelsea or Dutch national team or Russia third in Europe, whatever. And then you forget one thing, and that's my experience in with Australian team. That's one of my highlights, generally spoken. But when you go specifically, I think the trip which a federation organized to and fro to Uruguay, to Montevideo, through Buenos Aires, was a highlight in organization, which made the team very competitive. If the team has the feeling, hey, everything is done for us, to perform, then we can demand a lot of the team. It seems a little bit over the top, but that's not true. Then you give the players the idea, hey, everything is done. Now we cannot escape. We have to perform. Yeah. That's the general highlight. And of course, then you go to the exciting moments of Aloisi's final penalty, and the people are crying, and people are singing 2 hours.
Except for you. You just sat on the bench and watched everyone go crazy.
Yeah. I was standing, and I like to see and watch those situations. But I liked it very much that everyone went crazy after John Aloisi's penalty, and also the reaction of the crowd and the whole country was that they start singing 2 hours at a song of Men at Work, I think it was.
Wow, you got a good memory,
yeah. Well, I was enjoying.
You come from a land down under. I come from
down under. yeah. Every now and then it's on radio, on Dutch radio, or here I'm in France. Then it's on the radio, and I start. I don't know literally the text, but I start. Hey! It's my song. That's my song. I tell people around me. That is nice.
Brilliant. But boss, I've got this crazy idea. Boss,
you got many crazy ideas. You had many crazy ideas, which I enjoyed very much, and I took many of your ideas to me. But go ahead.
Okay, so if I asked you, Guus, to come to Australia to be part of my staff and to work together with me for this New Zealand game to help celebrate the Socceroos and the nation, would you come?
You invite me now?
Yeah.
You invite me?
100%.
How long do I have to think?
I
don't think I'm coming.
You coming?
Are you serious?
No,
You're joking,
serious.
Or you're serious?
No, I'm serious, boss.
When you are serious,
the nation would love to see you again. I'd love to see you again.
Then I love to come. I will be there.
Really?
Thanks for this. Yeah, thanks for this honorable invitation. 100%.
Okay, well, I will get it fixed up. I'll get it organized. You bring Elizabeth, your wife, and we have a catch up, and we catch up with all the. You'll see some staff and some.
Can
people.
I be your assistant in the games?
No,
Can I be your assistant?
No,
yeah. I want to be assistant.
No, you be the partner coach. The partner coach, not the assistant.
Whatever.
I have too much respect to have you as an assistant. Okay.
Okay, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay, I will be there. I will be there. Okay. Thanks.